So when I was in Leaving Cert, I kept a diary. In Ireland, the Leaving Cert is still happening, which is the final exam before you go to university. It's very similar in Britain to the A-levels. I'm not sure if that's correct, I didn't bother googling it. So all week, Leaving Cert Memories has been trending. Junior Cert Memories hasn't, because nobody gives a shit. The most irrelevant exam ever. Sorry if you're doing it. I know it doesn't feel irrelevant now, but in a year's time. The first thing I think of when I think of Leaving Cert Memories is getting dumped a day before my mocks. I don't know if it was a Friday or if it was a Sunday, but I know that the next school day I had to go into school and do my mocks. Dumped. I'm not so mad about it. It's fine. I'm breezy. Velour tracksuits were a thing because our school didn't enforce the uniform during the exams. So you come in dolled up to the nines and we all had a different colour velour tracksuit and we just looked like a fucking Skittles rainbow. In Leaving Cert, my friend Colin, who is in a video with me before, put the link down in the description. In our school had these massive bins, essentially the size of a skip with a lid. And he threw me in that and then he pushed it down the hill. At the end of the hill, the teacher opened the thing. I was covered in cabbage. Like, I was covered in cabbage. She gave out shit to me. I was like, oh yeah, because I got in myself. Another one of my friends, Lauren, one day, like, went for me with her yop. And she had me down on the ground and she was throwing her yop on top of me. She was going, fucking die! She didn't know that two of the teachers were standing behind her, and when they were like, ahem, and when she got up, they were like, explain yourself, and she goes, I tripped. One big Leaving Cert memory I have is a trip to a jobs careers fair thingy. I was wearing a white prairie skirt that, well, it went down halfway down my calves. I got my period unexpectedly in this white prairie skirt. I actually don't think my friends know this. I had to walk around trying not to like be too strenuous in my movements. I went into the bathroom and I got tissue, and girls, you know that flap in your knickers? You know the one I'm on about. I put tissue in there. Period humor, that's where we've sunk to. Everyone wanted to get back in the bus and I don't think the bus driver was there or something, and someone jimmied up in the emergency exit. And of course, we all had to get in that way then because one person did it. So I remember like climbing up and thinking, oh shit. They've definitely seen through my skirt. No one ever said it to me, so I think I got away with it until I put it on the internet. Yeah, maybe I'll leave this bit out. I was mad into English in secondary school in general, and in Leaving Cert I was giving it socks. And I rewrote this essay 4 times. It was really fucking good. It was like the best thing that I've ever written. Like, my teacher pulled me aside in the corridor and said it was the best essay I got in. Well, apart from EFA, of course. After that I was gone. I was like, oh, fuck school, fuck life, fuck everything. And I was just, didn't give a shit. Ended up getting an A2 then, which I now kind of regret. I'll put Aoife's blog down in the description. Aoife now writes a really good blog actually, which I read. In the actual Leaving Cert exam itself, I remember 2 things very clearly. People panicking and dropping down in the day. You got these booklets to write in, and if someone asked for a second one, everyone else was like, bitch. I remember I asked for a second one once, and I literally smelt my own farts for the day. When I was in Leaving Cert, we did this thing called study. We stayed after school for 3 hours in a hall with the supervisor and we studied. What we actually did was do our homework and pass notes. I spent hours looking for this tonight so I could show it to you. This is a shoebox I have where I've saved a lot of the notes. We passed a lot of notes, but we also fought over who got to keep them. And then every now and again we'd break into each other's lockers and steal each other's notes. Oh look, it is brilliant. Look, we've actually written a list of funny moments from Leaving Cert. Writing penis on the calculator in study. I had a really highbrow sense of humour, I don't know if you can tell. Stealing somebody's pen and sending him a ransom note, breaking bits off and posting them back to him. Pay up or the biro gets it. I think I'm funny, and that's all that matters. Suck my ovaries. Oh, I remember we went through a real phase of saying that. I might bring that back. Oh, look, some of my poetry. No, that. Get the fuck out. I'm not doing that. We used to do this thing in Leaving Cert where you'd write a line of a story and then fold it down, the next person write the next line. Someone was feeling a bit loved up, so she could get a date to the grad, seeing as this is my writing, seeing as smelly someone rejected her. That's a good Leaving Cert memory. I asked somebody to my grad by a text message and they just pretended they never got it. I was in the class with them every week. The next week when we saw them, like, he hadn't replied to my message and he just pretended like it never happened. I had a bad time in Leaving Cert. I was rejected left, right and centre and I wanted to shift everyone. In Leaving Cert we had to make these things. We had a very productive Leaving Cert. Some touchy-feely fucking class where we had to, like, make these and then everyone had to write what they thought of you on the back and it had to be positive. Sexy, cute, popular to boot, bitchin', great hair, boys don't like to stare. Very smart, always smiling, cheerful person. Great friend to have, she's always there to listen to your problems. And she is free, no catch, terms and conditions apply. Very funny, loves slagging me off, great crack but small. And then someone wrote on my face, you're okay. Call for a good time. We also used to send notes about going for cigarettes. But we were very nice to each other. Care for a smoke, bitch. Yes, I used to smoke. No, I don't smoke anymore. Everyone was doing it, okay? Here's an example of the kind of notes we sent to each other. That was just a random threat. And this is what we used to steal from each other's lockers. So, when I was in Leaving Cert, I kept a diary. Cringe. This is so cringe. So this is my actual diary. It's the summer after doing the Leaving Cert. And I'm planning on making this into a podcast. I got the idea from Chris and Kira when they were on iRadio. When I was coming up for ideas for my first podcast, I thought, fuck it, why not? So this is my real diary from just the summer after Leaving Cert. I'll give you a sample of it now. We'll open a random page. Just remember it was 9 years ago. Oh, Jesus. I said, you don't like me. He said, of course I like you. Why would I ring you if I didn't like you? I said, you ring someone and you don't like her. He said, I like her. And then he goes, oh, you mean like. I left it there. Then my battery went dead and he rang back 5 times and then texted to say night. Then on Saturday night, I of course got drunk and took his hand in the nightclub and he of course pulled away twice. Total shamer. And then a year later I went back, or 2 years later, and read this diary again and then like wrote notes in it. So the 2 year later note says, haha, sickened. Oh, that's embarrassing. So yeah, I'm working on that. I'm really split on whether to actually go ahead with it. It's so cringe. Let me know if you want me to. Last but not least, I just want to draw your attention to this. This design was made by Grania. Thank you so much, Grania. I tweeted out that I was looking for someone to do an illustration for me, and Grania got in touch and ended up designing my new jumpers. So it's Crazy Lazy and it's a girl with messy hair face down on the pillow. So it's a picture of me, basically. I have teamed up with Real Style, which are like a style and fashion website. And my shop goes live today. With Real Style, you bring out designs in phases. So this design is out now, and so is the Irish Bucket List t-shirt, but they won't be available for very long. The link is down in my description. There's a code down in the description as well, so for the next week, there's 30% off everything. I hope that you like these and that you want them, because I fucking love this. Please subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every Monday and new Irish Bucket List videos every most Thursdays. When I was 17, I had only had my period for 1 year. Shut the fuck up, I got it late, okay? Now I wish I even got it later because I've had it 10 years now and I'm over it. When I was 17, I didn't get cramps. Also didn't get hangovers, miss that.